Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Sarah, please?
Yeah, this is she.
Hey, Sarah, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show. Okay, that pause would lead me to believe you have no clue who we are. We host a morning radio show,
Okay.
and one of our listeners recently emailed us about you and asked us if we could get you on the phone.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
His name is Kyle, and you recently went out on a date with him.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Well, Kyle told us that you're not calling him back, and he hasn't seen you since the date, and he would really like to see you again, but he's wondering why you won't go out with him. He did tell us that he got a speeding ticket on the way home, and he also said that he thought things got really awkward after that between you two.
Yeah, I would say awkward is a understatement.
Was it good up until that point? Was he right on that?
Yeah. I thought Kyle was a really nice guy until then.
Until the speeding ticket.
Yeah, after the ticket, he just got really quiet, and...
Let me ask you a question. Was it quiet, like I'm bummed out quiet, or I want to murder somebody quiet? There's a difference.
Like, I don't know him that well, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah, but if he just got a little quiet, I mean, you guys had 3 hours at this point of good times together? How could it cancel it all out?
Well, I was trying to calm him down, or just get him to ease up a little bit on himself.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, it's okay, it happens to everyone. And he replied, no, it doesn't f***ing happen.
Whoa. Doesn't happen to me. All right, that's kind of rude.
Yeah, and after that, he tried to blame me. He told me,
what?
It shouldn't have happened to him because I was distracting him.
What? He said that he blamed you for the speeding ticket?
Yeah, and I was like, are you serious? You're really going to blame this on me? But he was acting so weird that I just said, okay.
Whoa. How were you distracting him? I'm curious as to how he would try to blame it on you.
Honestly, I have no idea. I was just in this car with a guy that I only known for a couple hours, and I would just say anything to get out of there.
Yeah.
Like he was that scary mad?
I mean, he was just kind of a for blaming me, saying that I was the reason you got the ticket. That made me feel like
Yeah, that's kind of rude. I couldn't imagine being on a date with a girl, I get a speeding ticket. I'm like, it's all your fault. Yeah. If you wouldn't be talking. See, you women are always just talk. Never shut up. That's how I get speeding tickets.
The worst part was that he asked me to pay for the speeding ticket.
What? How did he even say something like that?
Well, he says, don't you think you should cover some of it?
What did you say?
I just said that's fine because I just wanted to get the hell out of that car at that point.
Yeah, you're like, all right, whatever. I'll pay anything to get out of this date right now. I can't believe he would actually say that it was your fault and then ask you to pay for the speeding ticket. Maybe you misunderstood him. Maybe he was joking with you.
If he was, he's really bad at joking.
I mean, he said he tried to kiss you at the end of the night.
Oh, my God. I didn't even know he tried to kiss me.
That's awesome. You were just gone from the car. Sarah, thank you very much for telling us what happened with Kyle. Definitely let him know.
Okay, thanks. Yeah,
thank you. Oh, actually, you know what? He already knows because he's actually listening on the other line.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, hey, Sarah.
Oh, my God.
Sarah, you know that's not how it actually happened. That's not how this went down.
Oh, so you didn't blame me for getting a speeding ticket, and you didn't ask me to pay for the ticket?
All I said was that you were very distracting, and I don't know a girl who would not take that as a compliment.
What?
Maybe take it as a compliment until you ask her to pay for the ticket.
Yeah. She was in the car. She was distracting me. I'm surprised that she didn't offer to help pay for it.
Are you kidding me, Kyle? Sarah, my foot wasn't the one on the pedals, and I was just sitting there talking to you.
If I recall correctly, you were telling me that you just had to get home really quickly. There's a reason that I was speeding.
It's all your fault.
You told me to do
Sarah, it's all your fault.
Kyle, I have to ask you something. Are you just trying to get me on this radio show so that you can try to talk me into paying your ticket?
That's a good question.
I was trying to get you to go on another date with me because I thought it was great, but now you're being sort of a bitch about this.
Yeah, I'm the Kyle, you're such an ignorant ass.
Kyle, I don't get it. You sound...
Wow. Sarah, I think you are just a straight up You're going to take dinner from a guy who's driving you all over the countryside, and then you won't even give him a f***ing kiss at the end of the night.
Because you told her to pay half your speeding ticket.
It's what you do.
It's not what you do.
Hey, at this point,
you be a guy that thinks that you're supposed to pay for a woman's dinner, and you still want them to pay for a speeding ticket? That makes no sense.
I just out like a couple $100. I mean, come on.
Oh my
well, at this
gosh.
point, I would love to ask Sarah if she will go on another date with Kyle. Sarah, are you still on the phone, or do we lose you?
I'm here.
All right.
I'm speechless.
Sarah, would you like to go out with Kyle again, or pay for a second date?
No.
Okay.
Oh my God.
You know what? Stay speechless. All right? You're better that way.
You're better that way?
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Escalated quickly.
Kyle, obviously no second date, and I don't think you're really too upset about that now.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Heather?
This is she.
Hey, Heather, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay.
I'm calling you because we recently got an email about you from a dude that you went on a date with, and for some reason you're not calling him back, and he asked if we could get you on the phone and find out why.
Who are we talking about?
His name is Cliff.
Oh, hell.
Wow. You remember Cliff?
That bad, huh?
I never want to talk to that guy again.
Why?
Because he is the sketchiest, creepiest. I can't even.
Whoa.
Was it just the weirdness of the date or the weirdness of the person you were on the date with?
You know those kind of people that get the emails that say, a distant relative of yours just died in England and you will get $1 million if you just provide us this information for the disbursement of the funds. And they actually answer those emails.
That's how I've made my millions.
I basically became that kind of person.
You became that? What do you mean by you're that kind of person? I don't understand.
I mean, I'm an idiot for going on a date with him.
Oh, okay.
Like he suckered you into it.
Yeah.
And you knew from the beginning you should have said no.
I mean, from the beginning, I didn't know it, but about 15 minutes into the date, I definitely knew, and I should have just walked away then.
I talked to Cliff. He doesn't sound like a weird guy.
Can I tell you my side of the story?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, first of all, we'll put aside the weirdness of our date is going to be test driving cars. Okay, sure. And then we're driving this car for a long time, and he goes, do you think I look sexy in this car?
Did he say it just like that, too?
Yeah, and like really seriously and creepy. He's like, do you like this car?
Oh my God. How did you respond to that?
And I'm like, I guess, yeah. And so then he goes, do you think I should buy it?
Oh, boy.
And I'm like, I mean, if you want it, do you need a car? Sure. You know, I don't know what to, it's just so creepy.
Yeah, that was my fear when we first talked to him about the date, was that he was going to do something like that to try to impress you.
No, it gets better.
Oh, it gets better.
What happened?
So then he pulls over. And he, like, very seriously to me says, you know, I really love this car. I love myself in it. I love you next to me in it.
What?
Would you be willing to co-sign?
No, he did not. Stop it.
Swear to God.
He asked you to co-sign on a loan for a car with him.
Yes, and I said, we just met, and so then he goes on to say, you know, I got in some financial trouble a few years back, and my credit is shot, and I can't buy a car. While I have the, you know, the money to make the payments and everything, they're not going to give me a loan, and I need a co-signer, and I just think you and I have great chemistry. And like, I'm like, what is even happening? It's like,
I don't see the problem with that. I mean, I don't understand why it's such a big deal.
What was that?
That was Cliff. Cliff, you're supposed to wait for me to tell her
my
that you're on the
gosh.
phone. Cliff is actually on the phone listening.
Oh, you ass.
Well, I mean, I don't know how much I can take of her, making it sound like I'm some creep or weird or, blah, blah, blah.
How do you think that was acceptable first date behavior?
Maybe I was wrong. When I met you, I saw a lot of compassion, and if you had compassion, then you would know that it's not such a bad thing to co-sign with me. I mean, I don't see what the problem.
So, Cliff, you weren't joking when you were asking her to co-sign a loan.
No, I had listen, about 3 years ago, I had some problems with my credit, and I'm working on it. And I think me driving a better car would definitely give me a better look.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Buy $100,000 car. That'll, really secure your finance. That's really building financial stability.
So you're saying, Heather, that you never had a rough time in your life, and now you're putting me down. You're keeping a man waist down. Is that what you're saying?
I have had rough times in the past, I guess, but I've never asked a complete stranger to co-sign on a loan for me.
A complete stranger. The second time I saw you, we met one time, and this is the second time.
That's true.
So I'm not a complete stranger. First of all, second of all, when I looked at you, when I pulled over and I looked at you, and it really made a deep connection with you, and I looked at you and I said, you know what? I can really see myself driving this car with you in it. I meant that.
I meant that. And you could
that
be in it
dumb?
because you could basically own part of this car if you wanted to.
Cliff, I'm totally baffled by this. Do you truly not understand how bad it is what you did?
I mean, maybe I trust people too much.
Cliff, is there anybody else closer to you that you could have co-sign a loan rather than somebody that you're on a first date with?
Well, my family, I mean, I don't really talk to them, but that's a whole nother story.
Because you owe them money, probably.
You know what, Heather? I hope one day that you don't hit a rough time like I did. And, maybe someday you need somebody to co-sign with you, and then you'll remember this time. You'll remember the car hopping. You remember me, and you go, you know what? Karma's a bitch.
All right. Well, at this point, I would love to ask if you guys would go on a second date. Heather, will you go out on a second date with Cliff? We will pay for it, and I'll have somebody co-sign that loan.
No.
Yeah, that's
right.
pretty clear.
Cliff, I'm sorry. No second date, man.
That's fine. It is what it is. But, hey, Jubal, if you want to co-sign with me, I'm up for it, man.
You're asking me to co-sign a loan with you?
I mean, you were offering,
I didn't offer. I said, I've had to have people do that. And trust me, the only...
No, but you said if she went out with me again, you find somebody co-sign.
Yeah, I did. Look, me co-signing a loan with you would only make your chances worse of getting a loan.
I don't know. We could always give them free advertising on your radio show.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
I'll do that. I'll risk my job and give them free advertising for plugs on the radio, and I'll co-sign a loan with you even though I don't know you. I'll totally do that for you.
Really?
No, Cliff. I will not do that.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
And I know she'll be the death of me. At least we'll both be numb.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Anthony?
Yeah, this is Anthony.
Hey, Anthony, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
What?
My name is Jubal. I host a morning radio show. It's called Brooke and Jubal in the morning. So I'm on the phone. Also, Brooke is here.
Hey, Anthony.
And Jose is also here, too. He's on the phone, too. So you got 3 of us on the phone with you right now, Anthony.
Okay.
Okay.
What is this about?
Well, we actually got an email from one of our listeners who was trying to get in contact with you.
What is this? I'm confused. I'm sorry.
Well, we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. So you recently went out with a girl named Allie.
Allie?
Yeah. And Allie emailed us because you're not calling her back.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
That was not a good experience with that person.
Really?
Whoa.
Wait, she said you took a phone call outside and then, bailed, something could have been really wrong. She was worried about you.
Yeah, I felt really bad. I felt really, guilty, and so I had to bail. I'm sorry. That was not for me.
What did you feel guilty about?
Well, I don't even know, what you know or what she told you or what.
Well, she told us that you guys met on the bus. First of all, weird. Okay. Weird that you're taking the bus.
It's not weird. Just Jubal thinks that.
But she told us that you guys met on the bus and then you went to a shooting range. And in the middle of that, you took a phone call and then were nervous and left and haven't talked to her.
It wasn't my idea to go to the shooting range, though.
So you didn't like the shooting range?
Well, parts of the shooting range were not for me.
But how is
Like
that
the bathrooms
her
are
fault?
dirty, or what do you mean?
What part didn't you like?
Okay, so we were at the shooting range and we shot some bullseyes, and she was helping me, and that was all right. That was fine. And then there were the silhouettes of people, and we shot some of those. That was fine too.
Mm-hmm.
Then they had this papered picture of a deer to shoot, and I don't know. I love animals, and she was just it was right there, and she was like, "Come on, do it!" To shoot this. I know it's not a real deer, but it was just she got me to shoot it, and I just felt immediately just so bad, just not good at all.
Oh, that's really sweet. You felt bad shooting a fake deer silhouette?
It wasn't a silhouette. It was a picture. It was looking at me. I could see its eyes.
So you shot Bambi,
Sweetheart.
and you felt bad.
Don't say that. That makes me feel even worse.
Oh. Anthony, I think that's fine to have those emotions. But why does that make you not want to call her back?
Well, I was feeling bad about that, and so I went outside and I called my mom, and I wanted to talk to her about it. And I was like, I feel like I'm a bad person, and she said that, yeah, I am.
Oh my gosh, she confirmed that you were a bad person?
Well, yeah, I mean, the way she said it's you start with paper deer, and then what's next, plastic deer, then it's just you're getting more normal until you hear real deer. You're just getting used to it.
It's a slippery slope.
It was a gateway deer is what you shot.
She said it was probably a bad influence.
So she thinks that Allie is a bad influence on you because she wants you to kill animals.
My mom didn't raise me that way to shoot deer, paper deer, anything shaped like a deer. We loved animals.
Okay. But you were cool shooting the silhouettes of people, just not the deer.
Well, they didn't have faces.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense. They can't look at you, Jubal.
It's just a black silhouette. That's true.
Good point.
Honestly, maybe it's just the way I was raised, but I think shooting a deer would hurt me more than shooting a person.
Okay. Why didn't you just tell her that?
Well, she was so into it. She was excited. I came back. She'd shot the deer more.
That must have been just horrible for you.
She just couldn't stop shooting the deer.
She was really into it.
Oh my God.
Well, Anthony, I do need to let you know that Allie is actually on the other line right now, so it's a perfect opportunity for you to confront the paper deer murderer.
She's on the phone?
Hi,
right
Anthony.
Oh.
Why didn't you tell me she was on the phone?
I'm sorry, Anthony. Short memory. I forgot that she was there. So yeah, she's there and wants to talk to you.
Yeah. Hey, why didn't you just tell me?
I don't know. I didn't even know that I'd have to talk to you again. I didn't think this would happen.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it's healthy to talk things out, if I'd known that the animal thing was really going to upset you, we didn't have to shoot that. We could have stuck with bullseyes the whole time. I mean, I just didn't know that.
Or people. He was fine with people.
I don't know. How was I supposed to tell you that? Was I going to call you and tell you that I had a hard time shooting the paper deer?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could see that being awkward.
I think the hardest part of that conversation would have been saying, I had a hard time shooting the paper deer, and then I had to call my mom about it.
It's funny. I mean, it's just a paper deer. It's not even like you shot the real thing. I mean, come on. It's not a big deal.
It is a big deal. It had eyes. It could see me.
And you know what? I mean, no matter what your mom says, I'm not a bad influence on you. I'm helping toughen you up.
Don't talk about my mom, okay? You don't know what my mom knows.
So, did Mommy help you get over everything after you got back from the shooting range?
I mean, I dealt with it. I went home and I cried and I donated $200 to a wildlife foundation.
Oh, wow.
Anthony, you
really took this hard.
I mean, that's good, but
a lot of people would say that hunters have more respect for animals and what they eat and the time that they put into getting their food than people who just go to the grocery store and buy meat.
right?
Yeah, but then they shoot them.
Right, that's the whole point of hunting.
I guess now would be a bad time to say that, I grew up hunting and I have antlers mounted on my wall.
Oh no!
Oh, that's not good. You should take those down.
But it's not a big deal. I mean, I really just can't believe you're serious that this is really happening.
But you've killed them.
I mean, yes, I killed them, but
I ate their meat, so their life didn't go to waste.
That's so gross.
Oh man,
All right.
dinner date's gonna be real hard for you too,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I mean, are you a vegan?
I'll eat like chicken and fish, but I won't eat like bear meat or forest meat. Face.
Forest meat.
Forest meat.
Oh my
Anthony,
God.
you know that they get chicken and fish with a shotgun, right? They stand outside of the water. And,
No, the way they do it is a lot more cruel.
Stop talking about this, please.
well, how about you guys go talk about it in person and go on another date? Anthony, would you like to go out with Allie again? We'll pay for it.
I'll eat a steak.
Oh wow.
I don't appreciate the laughter, and I don't appreciate the offer. I don't want a steak, especially when I'm with someone who might have killed the steak.
So is that a no, Anthony?
It is a firm no.
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
well, Allie, I'm sorry. You did not get a second date out of the deal.
I'm not. I mean, this was way more entertaining than our first date, and I really like to keep eating meat, so I'm totally okay with this.
Okay.
Anthony, thank you for your time, man. Hopefully, you know, after some counseling and stuff like that, you'll be able to get over shooting that paper deer.
I mean, it's going to be hard to forget, like it's stuck in my memory, but, I mean, I just have to find somebody who believes the same things I do.
I think you already found her. I think her name is Mom. So I think you're good.
Brooke and Jubal.
Hello. Hi, can I speak to Ren, please?
This is she.
Hey, Ren, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio program.
I'm sorry, I think you have the wrong number.
No, I'm pretty sure I have the right number, Ren. There's not a whole lot of Rens, and I was given your number by a guy named Adam to call you today.
What?
Yeah. Adam is a listener to our show, and he says he recently went out on a date with you, but you're not calling him back, and he asked us to see if we could get you on the phone and ask why.
How do you know him?
He listens to our radio show. Adam wanted us to call you to ask if he did something wrong on your date or there's a particular reason that you don't want to see him again.
I don't even really know how to respond to this.
I know
Did
it's
he talk to you about this?
He did. He told us that you went out for coffee and he said that he was a little late and he actually feels bad because he thinks that he may have been a little upset from a traffic incident and he wasn't very attentive to you on your date.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Is that a pretty accurate description?
Yeah, I would say so. I get this is what you guys do, so I don't mean to be disrespectful at all. I'm just kind of like,
No,
oh my God.
It's fine. I appreciate you taking the time out to talk to us. We just want to pass along a message to Adam and give him your perspective on the first date.
Yeah, I can talk about that. My experience with Adam was very limited, and I'm not a very confrontational person.
Mm-hmm.
And he was very, very angry, and I think that the first 10 minutes of the time that we very, very first were introduced to each other, it was really just all about this driving experience he had being so frustrated with this other person.
Was he like cussing and stuff when he was explaining it to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it was so over the top that I would have need to have left, because I would have done that if it was really, really that bad. If he was.
That's what I was going to ask you, Ren. I was going to ask you if at any point you were scared for your life.
No, I wouldn't say that. It really wasn't like that, but it was pretty intense. Even when he finally went to go get us some coffee, which he did, finally pull himself up to be like, okay, I'm going to go get us some coffee. But
Pulls himself together.
even in that moment, when he goes to order the coffee, I can hear him from all the way at the other end of the shop, and he's ordering, and he just sounds aggressive.
So was he like yelling at the barista and stuff like that? I'm picturing him just tearing up this Starbucks or wherever you're at.
No, it really wasn't like that. It wasn't like he was unkind toward the people around him necessarily. It's just the manner in which he was dealing with things. It was just like pent up. You know, when somebody's really upset about something, and even though they're doing something normal, it's in an abnormal way.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the other thing that was tough. It was manifesting in like sweat.
Oh.
He was so mad that he was sweating?
Well, I don't know if he just sweats, if that's a thing, independent of what was going on, but it seemed like it was fueled, or at least like made a lot worse by his emotional face.
Ren, it's called hyperhidrosis. It's just people who can't control their sweat glands. Okay, they sweat a ton. Maybe he has that.
How do you know this?
So you don't want to see him again because he's
an angry, sweaty mess.
It's not just that he was sweating a lot and being angry. He was sweating profusely, like the palms of his hands. There was sweat dripping down him and then collecting, like under, I'm trying to think of the right way to say this, like, man boobs, you know?
Oh gosh.
He sweated out his whole shirt?
Like dark, just covered in sweat.
Oh, man.
It stains, boob stains.
Yeah, that's bad. If he's pitting out a little bit, that's kind of like, whoa, man, you sweat a lot. But if he actually, his whole shirt was sweated out?
I don't think that's being...
That's what I was concerned about, because I know that when I'm upset, like, I'll sweat a little bit, and that's normal, but it was, whoa, it was so much.
I'd be curious to find out if it's an issue or if it's just his anger that makes him sweat like that. Aren't you curious to at least know?
Honestly, maybe he's a really great person that just had a really bad day, but I just don't want to deal with it.
Okay.
I really don't.
That's cool. Thank you for giving us an answer. I appreciate it. But I really need to find out about this sweat, and that's why I'm glad you're still on the phone, because Adam is also on the phone and heard everything you just said.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. I'm sorry.
Hi, Ren.
Oh, my God. First of all, I'm really, really sorry. Look, this is really, I'm sorry, and then I'm also, like, annoyed to be put in this situation. But I am sorry if you heard things that I said that are unflattering.
Oh, my God. You don't need to feel bad, Ren. Pretty much everything you said is true.
Oh, no.
I mean, I can kind of explain the sweating thing, the anger stuff. The sweating thing, let's start with that.
Point one.
So, I mean, I threw a hoodie and a coat on, and it ended up not being as cold out as I anticipated. By the time I was all pissed off at this guy in front of me, I started sweating in the car because I was blasting the heat, and I was so pissed off I wasn't thinking about it. The coffee shop had the heat on. I couldn't stop sweating, and I knew I was, and I know that my man boobs were sweating.
Yeah, and that was a crappy thing for me to say about man boobs. That was rude. I'm sorry. That was just the first. It was just the easiest.
That's what I think I want you to hear. It's like, I'm not that angry guy. I know I was sweaty. I know I was hot as and I thought if I didn't pay attention to it, you wouldn't mention it. Like, I was so lost in that date, and, like, I didn't know what to do, and I went home and showered right away. I was looking in the mirror, and, like, I literally, like, was mortified by myself because I was really excited about this date, and, like, I never tell friends about going out with anybody, but for some reason, I was kind of stoked on you, and I just crashed and burned, and I kind of do that a lot in life, and I just want you to know that I really am sorry, and as far as you and I are concerned, like, I'd love one more shot, just one more chance to maybe sweat it out with you and
sweat it out. Hey, Ren, would you like to go out with Adam again? I will pay for a second date. We can send you guys to a spin class or something where sweat is supposed to be there. And would you maybe give him another shot to see if he's not so flustered this time? He can do a better job.
Adam, I'm like, this is awkward, and I just want to say I appreciate you eventually being honest. I think that what I would have preferred is if you could have communicated this to me not on a radio station, because you did contact me and you didn't really ever just come out and say.
I totally get it, Ren. I mean, as crazy as I was there, it's probably crazier that I ended up on the radio with you right now. But I tried calling and I texting you, and you never got back to me. And so, like, I felt like this was my last option of how I could get a hold of you.
Ren, will you do it? Will you go out with him one more time?
Come on, Ren. We've never had anyone be so sincere.
Will you drive, please, just so we're...
It is funny.
All right, okay, all right, yeah.
One more day. Nice. All right. Ren, thank you for your time. Adam, congratulations. You got your second date, man.
Thank you, guys. Ren, this is going to be great, I promise you. I'll see you soon.
Adam, 2 words before your next date, all right? Gold bond. Okay?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello? Hi, I was looking for Stephanie.
Yeah, this is Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm sorry, who's this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
What is this in regards to?
Well, it's in regards to an email that we got into the show, and the email was about you.
What do you mean?
Well, you recently went out on a date with a guy named Kevin.
Yeah, I did. Who wants to know?
Kevin does, because he told us about your date, sent us an email because now you're not calling him back, and wanted to see if we could figure out if something went wrong.
All right, is this like going to take a long time? Because I don't really want to talk about this.
No, we can get you off the phone pretty quickly. He just wants to know because he really enjoyed going out with you. He said that he thought you had a really good time, and he's tried to call you and text you, and I guess he's getting nothing in return.
I can save you a lot of time. Just tell him I'm not interested, okay?
Whoa. I know you don't have a lot of time right now, but he seems like a really nice guy. He hadn't been on a date.
Yeah, okay, sure.
He's not a nice guy?
No. No, he's not.
What?
Really? Because
What
he
did he
came
do?
off as like an awesome guy who has some kids and
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought initially. That's why I decided to go out with him. But I found out that that was not the case.
What did he do?
Look, I don't really want to do this. I'm just not interested in Kevin. I don't really want to go into it.
Okay, but you sound upset at Kevin.
Yeah, I am.
Well, now is the perfect time to at least state your case.
Yeah.
And get it off your chest. And if Kevin's doing something that you think is terrible, now's your opportunity to tell Kevin whatever you want.
Okay. So we were at the bar and we were getting drinks and we got carded.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this mix-up with the IDs. He got my ID, I got his ID.
Mm-hmm.
And I took a look at it, and his ID was the huge turnoff right away.
Is that because... So he told us that your attitude sort of changed after you saw the ID. Are you saying because he was 90 pounds heavier?
No, that wasn't it.
oh my God, because I had so many mean words about you in my head if that was going to be the case.
No, that was not the case. But I noticed that he's not an organ donor.
Okay. And
And that's terrible. Are you serious? That's incredibly selfish.
so wait,
So that's the reason?
Yes.
you don't want to go out with him again because he hasn't elected to donate his organs after he dies?
That's exactly why.
Oh my gosh.
I don't appreciate you laughing about this. This is very serious.
All right, well, that's Jose laughing. He laughs at everything. So it's fine.
Death included?
It does.
Well, I don't appreciate it.
Honestly, though, to me, it does seem kind of trivial to not want to go out with a person again because they're not an organ donor.
Look, I would understand if, he was just like a young guy and didn't know better, but this is a guy who has kids.
Mm-hmm.
He has 2 kids, and like one organ can save up to 8 lives. I mean, it's not just 1-to-1, So
Right.
the thought of someone not wanting to do that and not wanting to even take the chance of saving that many people, to me, that's incredibly selfish.
Yeah, but I'm an organ donor. I think it's important for me, but everybody has a different reason, and you didn't even give him a chance to explain.
But I don't care. He should know that, and he should look for the box and check it. I don't care.
Okay.
There's no excuse for that in my mind. He needs to understand the consequences of not checking that box.
Why didn't you just talk to him about it if you were that passionate about this cause?
Look, you're not listening to me. The point is, I shouldn't be the one to have to explain this to him. He's an adult. I'm not trying to date a guy who needs a mom to tell him that, okay? He should know that on his own.
Wow, you're really fired up about this, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. You can tell him I think he's a scumbag for not being an organ donor. I'm never going to date him again.
Wow.
Okay. Well, how about this, Stephanie? What if you just tell him that?
I don't want to tell him that. I don't want to talk to him.
Okay, well, it's too bad because he's actually on the other line and wants to talk to you.
What are you talking about?
I mean, that's the whole point of this, was so we could get you two on the phone together.
He's listening?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Stephanie.
I don't want to talk to you, Kevin.
Wow. Look, I feel like I need to at least have the opportunity to defend myself here. I feel like I'm being accused of some horrible
Being
crime.
selfish? Yeah, because you are.
Listen, I don't have anything against organ donors, okay? I think it's
Then why aren't you one?
I don't know. Because I must have missed the box, or
That's
it
not
wasn't
a
on
good enough
purpose.
reason, Kevin. Look for the box and check it. It's not that hard.
Whoa.
Okay, I take your point. I wish you could give me a little slack here, okay?
Kevin,
Look,
you have kids, okay? You have kids.
Exactly.
If something happened to your kids.
I have 2 kids who I love more than anything. And they're also a handful, okay? And I got to be on my toes, and maybe I was frazzled or whatever. I'm sure they were with me at the DMV, and that could have been why I didn't check the box. It's not because I'm some weird monster who won't give my organs away.
Well, you need to be more responsible and think about
Why
that.
didn't you say anything?
Because I shouldn't have to tell you to be an organ donor. You should know that yourself. You're a grown man.
Yes, I would love to be an organ donor. And if you had told me that at dinner, I would have said, oh, wow, I didn't realize that I wasn't. I will get right on that.
Oh, it's so convenient, Kevin. You're saying that because you want to date me again so you can sleep with me.
What?
He said he's not an organ donor.
Actually, Stephanie, I can put your mind at ease because I really, really don't want to date you, and I definitely don't want to sleep with you.
Oh,
Well, Stephanie, you realize you're coming off as a bit crazy.
You're coming off as a bit naggy, okay? You've been nagging me this whole time, and as if I have to defend my position on standing up for, honestly, the whole human race. I don't have to do that.
What? Wait a minute. Are you saying that because I forgot or I missed to check a box, people have died because of me not checking a box?
Maybe not yet, but someday you're going to kill somebody.
Whoa.
What? Whoa, I'm going to kill somebody because because I'm not going to donate an organ. What, are they going to die of a broken heart? I don't understand. How does that kill someone?
Just because you don't take a weapon and kill somebody doesn't make you not a murderer.
Calling Kevin a murderer.
I mean, Stephanie.
Wow.
You may have a good point somewhere in there, but you need to be less aggressive about it, I think.
You guys are being ignorant, and I don't even want to talk to you guys about this anymore.
Well, can I ask you one more question, please?
What do you want? I'm done. You've taken up enough of my time already.
I just want to ask if you'll go out with Kevin on a second date. We will pay for it.
You know what? Whatever, smart. I don't appreciate this.
Hey, Kevin?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, she hung up.
Uh-huh.
That's intense, man. I mean, you should be an organ donor, though.
I will gladly go down and register as an organ donor, but not because of Stephanie, but because I think it's the right thing to do. Look, I didn't even know that I wasn't.
All right, well, until you do that, Kevin, in my book, you're a murderer.
Oh, no!
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hi, is Adam there?
Yeah, this is him.
Hey, what's up, Adam? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on today?
Not much. Why are you calling me?
Oh, just checking in, man. Just, you know.
No, I don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, the real reason I'm calling is that somebody emailed us about you and asked if I could get you on the phone. Her name is Rachel. She actually lives in the same building as you do.
What?
Do you remember Rachel? Do you know Rachel?
Yeah, but why are you calling about her?
Well, because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. It's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and ask why. So Rachel's wondering why you won't call her back after your date.
I did call her.
Right. She said that after your date, she got a missed phone call from you, and then she texted you back and was like, hey, sorry, I missed your call, and then she hasn't heard from you since.
Wow, she told you everything.
She did. She even told us about the I love you comment.
Yeah, that was pretty embarrassing for her.
Oh, my gosh.
Is that the reason that you're not calling her back? Because she dropped I love you on a first date?
No, I actually thought that was kind of endearing.
Really?
Yeah, because she got so worked up about it. She kept saying it. And, I mean, I got that she just said it as, you know, a saying, and I wanted her to move on, but she didn't.
You didn't help her at all. She said after she said I love you that you got super awkward.
I didn't get awkward after the first time she said it. I got awkward after the fifth or sixth time that she said it.
Yeah, she told us that she feels like she went a little too hard on trying to let you know that it was a joke.
I wouldn't say it was a little too hard. I mean, I was trying to get to know her, and she just kept saying it, and it just kept getting in the way. Me trying to get to know her. I thought she was great, and I wanted her to just stop saying it.
Poor girl, she was so awkward about it.
Yeah.
So is that the only issue then? The I love you?
No, I knew it was a joke, and I wanted to see her again, and that's why I called her, and the call went to her voicemail, and on her voicemail is this other dude who...
Whoa.
Yeah, he sounded like a real douche. He was like, hey, what's up? This is Rachel's phone. Leave a message because she's busy right now. And she's laughing in the background, and he's laughing about it. And it's like, what?
Weird.
Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah.
So you're not calling her because there was a guy's voice on her voicemail?
Yeah, sketchy.
It wasn't just a guy's voice. It was the way he was talking and the way she was reacting to it in the background.
Don't you think it's just like a voicemail joke that just isn't very funny to you?
It didn't seem like it. Like, who's this dude? And why is she laughing like she loves it?
You don't know who the guy is? Why don't you just call her up and ask her?
I mean, I might sound paranoid if I call her up and I'm like, hey, who's that dude on your voicemail?
Yeah, I could see that being like, hey, was another dude? You seeing somebody else? Like it's been one date.
Already?
But you are being that way since you're not calling her back and you don't know who this guy is. It could be her brother for all you know.
You're right, it could be, but it might not be. And it's only been 4 days. I still haven't decided if I'm going to call her back.
You know what? Why don't we just clear this thing up once and for all and ask who the guy is, because she's been on the phone listening this whole time.
What?
Yeah. Rachel?
Hey, Adam.
Hey, Rachel.
So I guess I have some explaining to do. I'm kind of, I guess, relieved, but the person on my voicemail is an ex-boyfriend.
Whoa!
Okay.
What?
Why?
Good question.
I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. I mean, it's just my voicemail. I think it's really funny. I like the way he's putting on this, like, douchey, silly voice, and I sound really happy in it. It's just, it's just, to me, it doesn't seem like a...
Wait. Time out. You like the way your ex sounds and the way you sound happy with him?
Okay, look, it's really not that big of a deal. I mean, things didn't end badly between us, and I just thought it was funny,
Yeah, but it's over. Are you not over him? How long ago did you break up?
We broke up like 3 months ago, but no,
Okay.
I don't have feelings for him at all. It's just
okay. So, yeah, you are clearly not over him. Have you gone on any dates other than me since you broke up?
Yeah, I went on one, but I wasn't super into him.
Rachel.
But
Rachel, nobody listening believes that you're over your ex. Not one person.
Oh my God, you guys! Just because I have a voicemail with someone on it doesn't mean that I'm emotionally attached to them.
Oh no!
It's over.
I feel like
Facebook friends with their exes. People get coffee with them. It's not. I'm not in love with him at all.
I don't know, but it just seems like you wouldn't even want to have hear their voice that often, let alone have that be on your voicemail all the time.
Well, when I listen to my voicemails, it's not like an answering machine. I don't listen to it. I don't even think about it. The only people that hear it are the people that call me.
You like the way it sounds. Do you call your voicemail and just listen to it?
No, that is not something that I do. And honestly, Adam, I really like you, but we've only been on one date. And as we get to know each other, I'm happy to change my voicemail if it bothers you.
That's a big step.
It's not. That's see what I mean. It's not a big deal to me. It's just like I just feel a little on the spot and awkward right now. I just feel like I don't need to be bringing in my past. But, it's my past. It's just a voicemail. I'm
but it's not your past. You're still living in it.
Adam, she said that she'll take the voicemail down. That's a first step. I'm sure she'll get rid of her photo collages that are in her apartment as well.
She said she'd do it after we get to know each other. That's not. It's got to be done.
Well, hey, Adam, would you like to go out on a second date with Rachel? We will pay for it.
No.
That was quick. Adam, you don't even give her a shot, man. I mean, you've gotten out of relationships. We all have. And after 3 months, it's sometimes hard to let go a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
She's ready, man.
Yeah, she's clearly not.
You say, so it's a no. You're not going to give her another shot?
Listen, Rachel, I like you.
I like you too.
I think we got along really well. But I think there's some things that you need to examine. And once you've done that, hit me up.
Okay, so you mean 3 months?
Adam, come on.
6 months down the line, Adam, after she's had time to heal?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
oh my God, Adam, you're making a huge mistake right now. I just want to eat food and make out with you, and I'll delete my voicemail. It's not a big deal. I don't know what happened to you, but if you have bad experiences with people messing around with their exes or something, there is no unfinished business. And if you feel this strongly about it, there's nothing I can say.
Come on, Adam.
Did you hear
Adam, eat some food and make out.
Yeah, that proposal doesn't fall into your lap every day, Adam.
Sounds awesome.
If I weren't over him, would I be on the radio trying to get a second date with you? Come on.
It's a good point.
Would you still have his voice on your voicemail?
You could be my new voicemail if it makes you feel better.
Wow, I'm honored, but I'm gonna have to pass.
Oh, I can't believe that. She was even honest the whole time. Come on.
Oh.
Sorry, Rachel. No second date.
Man, I really thought it was because of the I love you thing, and now I'm learning it's because of something bigger.
It's because of the I love you thing with your ex. That's what it is.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Hi, is this Marissa?
Yeah?
Hey, Marissa, how are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Excuse me, who's calling?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
What's this regarding?
Well, do you know about the radio show at all? Have you ever heard of it?
What's the name of your show?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Brooke and who?
Jubal, that's me.
Yeah.
And it's a morning radio show.
Okay.
Okay. I'm guessing you never heard of it then.
Yeah.
Okay, you answered that question for me.
Not really, no, sorry.
That's fine.
I'm calling you today, Marissa, because we actually got an email about you from somebody who does listen to the show.
Okay.
His name is Ethan.
Wait, he contacted you?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Well, because we do a segment on our show, it's called the Second Date Update. So if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off, they can email us to get you on the phone and ask what happened. And Ethan is confused because he told us about your first date and how you guys met up and went back to his place. And then he told us that you just kind of like skipped out and he hasn't been able to get a hold of you.
Yeah, that was a bad night for me.
Really? It was a bad night for you. Ethan described it as one of the hottest nights ever.
Yeah.
He told you that? That's so embarrassing.
Does he have a weird fetish? What's his weird fetish?
What? No.
We figured. No, we just figured that he did something pretty serious to make you ditch out, leave, exit somewhere from the house without letting him know.
I think anyone would have left if they were in my situation.
Oh, we knew it.
Okay, so can you tell us what the situation was?
I feel sort of weird telling you this, but it's this massive, 10-bedroom house, right?
Yeah.
Whoa, we knew it was
I mean,
big.
he said it was big.
10 bedrooms? That's like a mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah, we walked in. It's super fancy. I went to the bathroom. There's one of those, antique toilets where you, pull the chain from above.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was like, who can afford this? What is up with this guy? Does he sell drugs? Does he
sell drugs? I think most people would first think it's some trust fund kid, or drug dealer. Fine, drug dealer with a fancy toilet.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even sure. I was like, is he a Zuckerberg or?
Yeah.
Does that guy have a brother?
So his house was obviously very impressive.
Yeah, it was insane.
Okay, so
Why is that
I mean,
bad?
that would be a positive for most people.
Yeah, at that point, it was a positive.
Okay.
So when did it become a negative?
The negative is when we were in the kitchen, he was making some food, and his parents walked in.
Oh, all right. So it's not really his place.
No, it's their house.
Oh, okay. He didn't tell us that.
Oh, dang.
So he still lives at home.
Yeah.
Huge home.
And, I expected them to be like, who's this girl in here? What's going on?
Yeah.
But, they acted, totally normal. They weren't weirded out by me just, being in the kitchen.
What?
Well, he is an adult. I mean, it's not like you're... I mean, I hope... I didn't ask. He's not 18, right?
No, but, they were acting overly friendly. They knew me. I was already part of the family.
Whoa.
They were, asking about vacations and, offered me some juice.
They just friend? Are they just super friendly, or you're saying you think he has girls over all the time?
Yeah.
I don't know if he has girls over all the time, but, they were talking to me, treating me like I was already some long-term girlfriend or something.
Weird.
Whoa,
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's a little strange, but I still don't... did that happen before or after the makeout on the piano?
It was before.
Okay, so then you still made out with him on the piano. What made you leave?
I mean, I was still buzzed from the club, and, so we went upstairs, and I just wanted to, get rid of some of that weird energy, so we hooked up on his piano.
That's a good way to get rid of the weird energy.
Yeah, switch it up a little.
Yeah.
But, his room was, the room of, a 13-year-old boy. There were sports posters everywhere.
So it felt like you were, hanging out at a teenager's house.
It was like I was hooking up with a 27-year-old teenager.
Yeah, but who hasn't done that? I mean, come on. If you've dated in your 20s, 27-year-old teenagers are very common.
But in their own parents' house?
Well, you know.
I had to sneak through the hallways to get out of there, hoping I wouldn't run into him or, his parents. Thank God I got out of there.
It's an awkward situation. You know what else is awkward, Marissa? Ethan is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Seriously? He's on the phone?
Yep. Yeah, Ethan, you there?
Hi, Marissa.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
I want to tell you, my parents, they were happy to meet you.
Oh, my gosh.
Sounds like it.
Ethan, why didn't you tell her that you live with mom and dad before bringing her back to the house?
Well, it's still my house. I mean, if you send mail to me, it goes to my name at that address.
Yeah, no. Why didn't you tell us that it was your parents' house?
Yeah.
I don't see why that's important. The piano's mine pretty much.
Pretty much.
I didn't think it was important to bring up to you guys because it really didn't have anything to do with the actual date. The date went great.
It wasn't your house, and the date did not go great.
like, how are you still calling it a date? I mean, didn't you guys meet at a club and it's more of a hookup?
No, it was more of a mistake.
Okay.
Oh, my parents liked you because I don't really bring a lot of women back.
Then why were your parents acting so weird? They were acting like, who did they think that I was?
To be honest, I guess when they were traveling and wondering what I was doing, I may have told them that I had a girlfriend, and they probably thought that you were her.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So you were lying to me and your parents.
Oh.
Technically, yes, but don't tell my parents I said that.
Yeah. Marissa, don't rat him out to his
Don't
parents.
get grounded, man.
Oh.
No, like, you were lying to both of us. Like, not only me, but also your parents. Like,
Whoa, hold on. I don't know why you're freaking out right now, Marissa. You did not seem to be freaking out on top of the piano.
I don't know why you're bringing this up in front of everyone on the radio. Like, that was between you and me.
And his parents.
You guys are just as bad as he is. Like, this is extremely childish.
Oh, yeah, we're childish. I apologize for that.
Yeah, we know that.
Like, that is something we own.
Hold on. You said childish? I'll have you know, Marissa, it's not a teenager's bedroom. I've been there since I was a child. It is a life room.
A life room. I've never heard that before.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been there since I was 2, and I'm not a kid anymore.
Oh, okay. All right. Don't get too upset. Hey, Marissa, would you like to go on a second date with Ethan? We'll pay for it.
Well, here's the thing.
Marissa, wait. No, wait, Marissa. Look, if you're willing to go on another date, honestly, I will talk to my parents about you maybe moving in.
What?
Whoa!
How is that helping anything?
After 2 dates, too.
I think you need to talk to your parents about you moving out.
Of my own home? I don't think so.
What do you think, Marissa? You know, one more date with Ethan and then the possibility of a brand new place to live.
I mean, there's 10 bedrooms.
Yeah.
How is he even asking me to move in right now? Like, what is going on?
No? You sure?
You know what? No, I'm good. I'm not trying to have any parent roommates.
Marissa, great. If you want to keep dating losers that live in studio apartments, that don't do their laundry, then you be my guest.
Wow, you're right. When you put it that way, I really have to think about the opportunity of living with you and your parents.
All right. Well, Marissa, thank you for your time. Ethan, I'm sorry. No second date, man.
I'm never calling you guys again.
Throw a tantrum. Go to your room. Go to your room, Ethan.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to George, please?
George speaking.
Hey, George. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5. How are you?
All right.
Listen, we host a local morning show in town here in Seattle. I'm sure you probably have heard of us. I know we're big across the pond.
No, I'm sorry. Never heard of you.
No? Okay. Well, we have a local morning show here, and you went out with a girl on a date who's a friend of mine, and she's been trying to get a hold of you because she'd love to see you again, but you're not answering her phone calls, so she asked me to call you for her.
All right. Actually, what was her name?
Her name was Jackie. You met her at a bar a little while ago?
Oh, yes. Yes, Jackie.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's just curious why you don't want to see her again, or if you do want to see her again.
I do want to see her again. I've just been very busy. And we had a wonderful night that night. I saw her across the bar, and she was lovely, and we got on quite well. I actually liked her. It's been hard to answer this line.
So there's no other reason why you're not calling her back. You've just been busy.
Oh, yes. Teaching classes during the day, and then at night, and it's very hard to get social.
Hey, George.
What?
I need to be honest with you.
Yep.
We're a show that does our homework.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And before we call anybody, we try to find out as much as we can about them.
Right. Okay.
That's why my producer Boyd, looked up all your information, checked around at the university that you claim to be working at.
Oh, no.
And found no record of an English guy with your name being employed there for the semester.
George!
What?
George, be honest. What the hell, dude?
Red-handed.
Did you put on a whole act just to get a girl in bed or what?
Okay, listen. All right, my name's not George.
I knew it! You sounded too much like a character from Clue and not enough like a real English person. Come on, you big fat liar, George.
Look, my brothers and I and my friends, we use the accent because, it helps. It helps to pick up chicks.
Yeah.
My name's actually Kevin.
Kevin, do you really have a separate phone line for, your British George character?
Yeah, this is my British phone.
Oh my God!
So what do you do then? Okay, so you gave her this romantic story about how you're in from London and you're teaching for the semester, and I'm just an educated man looking to have a little fun while I'm in town. Who are you? Who are you, Kevin?
Well, I actually live in town. I live by the airport.
Okay.
And I work at Target.
Hey,
That's
Kevin,
just such a contrast.
So you lied. Do you regret lying to Jackie that night?
There's no harm intended. I actually really like Jackie. You know, it's more interesting being a professor from the UK than a cashier at Target, isn't it?
Definitely,
Oh,
yeah.
That story is perfect.
And that's why I didn't answer the phone, because, like, how am I going to keep it going?
Right. Hey,
I had
George.
to- yeah, go ahead.
George or Kevin or whatever your name is.
Yeah.
Jackie is actually on the other line right now
Ooh.
and heard everything you just said.
I can't believe your name is Kevin.
Oh, my God. Oh, oh, my
Now what?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's Kevin. Yes.
You're sorry you lied to me for an entire night and then didn't call me back?
Wow.
Like, you lied to me all night about, like, wanting to show me all the beautiful things in London and, like, wanting to take me to Big Ben and how beautiful it is when the fog lifts in the morning. Like, is all of that just a lie? It has
Well,
to be. It is.
obviously, because the fog doesn't lift in the morning, but yeah. No, I have an uncle that he grew up in London, and that's how I knew about those things. So it was kind of a lie, but it's from real sources.
And Jackie, real sources. And Jackie, he kind of delivered on his.
100% now.
Jackie, he did kind of deliver on his promise. He took you to see Big Ben later, right? Yes, he did.
Dude, why do you have to have, like, such a weird way to pick up women? Why can't you just, like, be a normal, great guy and pick up women? Like, if you have to lie just to get someone to go home with you.
Would you have gone home with me if I told you I was a cashier at Target and lived by the airport?
Interesting.
Long pause.
Yeah.
I know the answer to that because it's happened to me before. I mean, women are looking for somebody that'll support them, and I know this is a bullshit way to get laid, but
Well, George or Kevin, it's not a bullshit way to get laid because it worked.
Oh, yeah.
So.
No, tell it. It's an efficient way.
Yeah. But you actually, I mean, Jackie, he says he likes you and would like to see you again. Would you give him a shot? We will pay for you to go out again on a second date. And you can go out with the American guy named Kevin, who lives by the airport and works at Target, and see if you actually enjoy his company.
And think about the story you could tell your friends, like you met this British guy at the bar, and then he turned out to be Kevin at Target, and he's a really nice guy, and I like him.
Oh, nice, Kevin.
This is, like, maybe against my better judgment, but he is a really sweet guy, even though he's possibly a compulsive liar.
Wow, those are some famous philosophy words right there.
As many questions as I want to, and you have to answer them brutally honestly, then yes, I will go on a second date with you.
Yes.
Jackie, are you not worried this is like a major red flag? What if he turns out to have 12 kids and is like an ex-con?
Well, then he'll have to tell me that because I get to ask questions and he has to be honest.
And
there you go.
If he says he's honest, I believe him. He won't lie.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Trisha.
This is she.
Hey, Trisha, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
You recently went out with a friend of mine.
I did?
Yeah. His name is Anthony. You remember going out with a guy named Anthony?
I do. How is he? Wait. Okay, you're on the radio and he's your friend.
I'm on the radio, so I have lots of friends.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and Anthony happens to be one of them.
Okay.
And he said that he really enjoyed the date with you and thought that you guys were going to go out again, but you haven't called him back or responded to any of his messages or voicemails or any of that. So I wanted to call you and ask if he did something wrong on the date.
That's just weird that he's having you call for him, but he did have a really great time on the date. That's true.
He did? Did you not have a good time then?
I mean, I had a good time, but I think that Anthony had a really good time. Like,
Was he just too eager on the date?
well, it wasn't really on the date. It was afterwards.
What do you mean?
He tweeted like 5 times about our date within like 2 hours.
Oh.
So
what?
He went back after your date and just started tweeting about it?
Yeah, he was like, he tweeted, "Lonely no more, most amazing date of my life."
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
That is horrible. What were you?
Well, wait, it gets better. It was like, "Is this what love really feels like?" With exclamation points and question marks.
Are you scared at this point, Trisha?
I mean, yeah, especially, okay, how about this one? "At last, my love has come." And he did, in parentheses, put Etta James.
No!
Oh, no. Really? He's quoting Etta James on his Twitter feed. Trisha?
Yeah.
I should also let you know that Anthony is currently on the other line right now, listening to this conversation.
Are you serious?
Hi.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry if it creeped you out a little bit. I mean, I was just trying to make a really nice evening for you, and
This is so awkward. It's amazing.
Oh, my God.
I thought we were having fun.
Okay, well, the date was very nice. You took me out on a very nice date, and it was fun. But seriously, Anthony, you tweeted, "Oh, my God, freaking out. I think I hear church bells."
Oh, isn't that a romantic thing to say? I mean, isn't that what every
Yeah,
isn't
we
that
were
what every
together for
girlfriend's
like
about?
3
Is
years.
finding the right guy and getting together and living happily ever after.
Are you crying?
No.
Oh, my God, this is a joke, right? There's no way you're crying right now.
No.
I think he has allergies. I think that's what it is. Trisha, Anthony's an emotional guy.
Anthony needs therapy.
Amen. I am sorry.
Trisha, Anthony, let me help you out a little bit. Trisha, if you didn't know, Anthony just got out of a long relationship with his high school sweetheart. You're the first girl he's been on a date with since high school.
Dude, be single for a while. Seriously, there's so many great things about being single. Like, go experience life a little bit before you tie yourself into a relationship.
Yes, Anthony, it's okay to be single and experience things by yourself. It's actually a very fun time. You can do it.
Okay.
Anthony, you need to really, dating is hard and it's going to hurt. But you need to find some confidence, dude. What do you like about yourself?
I think I'm charming and I'm good looking. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, Trish thought you were good looking, didn't you?
Yes, he's very attractive.
See, she thinks you're good looking.
Okay.
Now, Trish, if you could give one piece of advice to Anthony, what would it be?
Yeah, stop crying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, the date was really sweet, and I think that maybe if he just, the charming part of it all was very nice, but the clinginess and the, just all of a sudden feeling like you were owned by, I mean, I don't know, he needs to baby step it. Baby step.
Okay.
That's good advice.
Anthony, you'd like to go out with Trisha again, right?
Yeah, I would, very much.
Oh, look at
Do you think you can hold it together and not be too clingy?
Yes, I'll work on that. I'll be good at that.
At this point, I would like to ask you if you'd like to go on a second date with Anthony.
Hey.
Trisha, do you want to give him another shot? We will send you guys out. We'll pay for it if you go out with Anthony one more time.
I think I'd rather set him up with one of my friends.
A friend that you dislike, or what?
If I go out with him again and this happens, then it is going to cost me something because now I'm going to be the mean girl, and I don't want to be the mean girl. And I just feel like he needs a little bit more time to be single.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Sorry, Anthony, but you got your answer, and now you know.
Okay.
Maybe take some time to yourself, especially if you haven't dated in a while. The first girl that you go out with, you will fall for her because you'll think that she's awesome because she's something different than what you've been used to.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to kind of check your emotions a little bit.
You mean I should not share all of myself right away?
No, definitely don't. Wait till the third date for the crying. Dude.
I was going to say the third year.
Okay, guys, thanks for trying.
Do like everybody else and save the tears for the bedroom.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Seriously, Anthony, you tweeted, "Oh my God,